of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Grimes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. To the air, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wolfpack will have first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Anderson. And tackled there by the defense. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking for a gap. It's Smothers. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wilson to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will go to work for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job on the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
To the air on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Ryan. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ryan. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Woo, that defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Bachmeier. Touchdown, BYU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, better look out. There he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Takes the handoff. It Smothers. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Wilson will throw. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. This time it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Used to play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ryan. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback, who makes a sure tackle.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Back to pass, it's Buckmeyer. Quickly out to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, he can go. Ripping through the defense. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. And let's see what they do on 1st down. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Hagan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Cyclones have been in games like these. Feels like they had a couple of nail-biters just last year. Time now to see what they learn. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got him this time. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. NC State going up tempo. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else.
Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 30 and still running. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback can pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Fires to the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense can't.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for space. It's Smothers. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wilson will throw. Here comes the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Grimes. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ryan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Finds his tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Buying some time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Phillips. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to sneak it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Find some fresh air. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Cougar! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Looking for the tie with the extra point. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route?
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Get it out on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. Touchdown, Cougars. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. who's going to make the big play. They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied. Late in the game, I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Runs through a tackle. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and then stopping that clock.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Wilson to pass. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Wilson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, NC State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? You kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. On the run, it's Martin. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Got it in the middle. It's Rodgers. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. NC State has it 1st and 10 to start overtime. Wilson to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They jump on top here in OT. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, BYU! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. Want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. Slings it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Wilson will throw. Extending the play. He's got it. Out of bounds he goes. He'll mark it at the 16. From the gun, the ground game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just...
That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown to walk it off! I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun.